Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at some games that offer you massive immersive worlds but don't always get the love they deserve. These are some of the titles I think are absolutely worth a try. So let's get started. 12. Prototype. An action-adventure game published by Activision in 2009, Prototype is a whole lot of fun. While it may not be the most underrated game on today's list, I do believe it deserves a spot in this video, since it's the only game where you can flying kick helicopters and elbow drop tanks, WWE style. The game gives you all of Manhattan, well, a compressed version, to play with, a whole heap of challenges and pursuits outside of the story missions, a great XP system, or in this case evolution points, that reward you for doing pretty much anything, a huge selection of upgrades for your character, brilliant movement mechanics, and action that is a true spectacle. I mean, those battles really have it all. Tanks, helicopters, zombies, hunters, soldiers, cars, and even civilians, all moving, blowing up, and getting chopped up at once. Fun for all the family. If that family is all over 18 years old, of course. 11. The Getaway. Inspired by British gangster movies such as Get Carter and Snatch, The Getaway brings you the whole city of London as your personal playground. You play as Mark Hammond, an ex-con turned legit businessman, who gets sucked back into the criminal underworld after his son is kidnapped by gang boss Charlie Jolson. With the son's life on the line, Hammond has no choice but to revert to his old illegal ways. The Getaway is a unique plot-driven adventure set against the gritty backdrop of urban London. As you meet Jolson's increasingly psychotic demands, you'll undertake a variety of missions as you crisscross London, often with cops chasing you. The City of London, recreated in astonishing detail from thousands of reference photos, can be traversed on foot or by car. There's a total of 60 vehicles that can be acquired, as in nicked, all with their own physics and handling. 10. Driver, San Francisco. The only game I can personally think of that somehow combines racing and strategy together and makes it work and extremely fun is Driver San Francisco. This game is legit crazy, as you do not acquire, buy, or even steal cars. No, you instead transfer your conscious into other drivers and take over their bodies in order to drive the cars. Yep, that's insane, and I absolutely love it. The strategy part comes from how you utilize your mind teleportation technique to complete the missions and bring everything in your favor. Also, another thing that is worth mentioning in favor of this title is that it actually has a good story. Granted, the storytelling bar for racing games was quite low to begin with, but Driver does bring something extra to its story. 9. Elex 2. Elex 2 is one of the stranger games out there, but that doesn't stop it from being a great open-world experience. Big emphasis on the world open here, as the open nature of this game is pretty staggering. From the jump, you can go pretty much anywhere your heart desires. Unlike most open worlds, you can explore this one with a jetpack, which adds a level of verticality to the game that most in the genre can't compete with. The combat is a unique mix of melee and ranged combat with a heavy sci-fi twist to switch it up. One moment you'll be slicing up enemies with a two-handed sword, the next you'll be in full armor shooting alien weaponry. It lacks that AAA polish in many areas, but for those who want to try something different, Elex 2 is a perfect opportunity to do so. 8. Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 is one of the best PS4 exclusives that hardly anyone has played. Bad marketing really did a number on this awesome game. When it was initially released, it was mostly digital across many countries, with the physical copies launching almost a year later to barely any hype, if at all. Sure, the game is not perfect. The intro is maddeningly slow, its controls take some practice, and its online features have been disabled. None of these problems get in the way of what the game does best, allowing players to effectively fly through floating cities by shifting the direction of gravity. Gravity Rush 2 gives Sony's newer, flashier Spider-Man a run for its money when it comes to the sheer pleasure of zipping between skyscrapers at neck-breaking speed. 7. Brutal Legend. Brutal Legend is what happens when a metalhead gets a full budget and creative license for a video game. The developer, Double Fine, who is also known for creating the industry classic Psychonauts, decided to base the game on the fantasy-inspired lyrics and album art of favorite metal bands. This game is wildly underrated for two reasons. First, the attention to detail in how different genres of music, like heavy metal, death metal, and even glam metal, were incorporated is impressive. Second, the gameplay itself is a lot of fun, but the marketing didn't do it justice. Yes, it was advertised as a hack and slash, and from that point of view it does deliver. However, the strategy part was completely omitted before the release. Because of that, many players were left feeling like they got cheated into buying a game that wasn't quite what it was said to be. And if you're enjoying this video so far, let me know by hitting that like button. 6. Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs got a ton of hype when it was first announced due to the graphics on show, but I think Ubisoft was hyping up the wrong thing. What they should have been focusing on was the gameplay and the story. Aiden Pierce is a fantastic protagonist who sits comfortably in the grey area of morality and isn't a quippy, incredibly friendly person that today's games seem to force upon players for protagonists. He feels real, and the world he inhabits feels the same. This is a gritty depiction of a near-future Chicago, and you get to use it as your personal playground for destruction. The use of hacking in this game is brilliant, and the gunplay is excellent in its own right. The best part is that it's usually on sale these days, so if you want to try it, you can do so at a discounted price. 5. Mad Max. Games that tie in with films are rarely good, but Mad Max is certainly an exception. The core gameplay loop sees you constantly exploring and engaging in incredibly satisfying vehicular and hand-to-hand combat. Upgrading your car and Max adds a real sense of progression to the game and gives you a reason to wander the wasteland. While the story isn't great, the moment-to-moment gameplay and the stunning scenery are more than enough reasons to pick this game up. It even mocks players for getting into cars the wrong way. 4. Kingdoms of Amalur. Kingdoms of Amalur found itself in the tough position of competing in a crowded genre of fantasy RPGs, which includes iconic series like Soulsborne, The Elder Scrolls, and Final Fantasy. For whatever reason, it didn't achieve the same level of recognition. The game begins with the player as a character resurrected through the Well of Souls. In classic RPG fashion, the resurrection is interpreted when the well is attacked, leaving the protagonist with amnesia. From there, players must rebuild, taking on quests and uncovering their destiny. The game deserved far more recognition than it received. Its vibrant and colourful art style and graphics beautifully blend realistic and fantastical elements. Players can choose from unique races, enjoy full character customization, and experiment with numerous combat options. Kingdoms of Amalur also has an innovative mechanic known as Destinies, which are tarot cards offering various stat buffs. 3. Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs will forever be one of the most criminally underappreciated games, especially on the open world front. While the game starts in a seemingly linear fashion, it quickly opens up into a huge city to explore, with tons of secrets to uncover, side quests to take on, and open world chaos to cause. This gritty crime thriller puts you in the boots of Wei Shen, an undercover cop trying to take down a triad gang. It's got some of the best hand-to-hand combat ever put into a game, and some of the levels, such as the wedding, will stick with you far after you're done. There are so many great side quests here as well, including one that throws you into a Bruce Lee movie as you compete in a martial arts tournament on an island. This comes complete with his iconic suit as well. 2. Days Gone. Days Gone is the definition of an underrated game. Hated on at launch, developer pushback, and eventually cult classic status, it's all there. While the game will likely never see a sequel, that doesn't detract from its excellent content. It's an open-world zombie game, though here they're called Freakers, and it's easily the most terrifying video game zombies have ever been. The reason why they're so terrifying is because you'll face down these monsters by the hundreds in massive swarms that push the PS4 to its limits. There's also a very good main plot with a great character, Deacon St. John. It feels like a very realistic look at how a society could exist in the wake of a zombie apocalypse, and it manages to skip over most tropes you find in those types of games. 1. Immortals Fenyx Rising. If you've never played Immortals Fenyx Rising, the game released back in 2020. It's essentially a third-person action-adventure game that sees player assume the role of Fenyx, a mortal who must stop the evil Typhon after he escapes from the underworld. The best way I could describe this is like Zelda Breath of the Wild, but with more humor and available on the PlayStation and Xbox 2. Solid combat, interesting puzzles, Greek mythology elements, and a dialogue that will have you cracking up at the jokes. Honestly, this game has it all. Now let's hope it'll also have a sequel too. But what other underrated open world games have you enjoyed but haven't seen on this list? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoy gaming content, be sure to check out the other videos linked on screen.